in the fast lane here, and today I'm going to show you how to reseal your B16 transmission or LS. This is a LS tranny off of a dual cam 1.8 liter, and a lot of times people just slap the transmission in there and they'll be leaking their expensive Honda manual transmission fluid, which is about $8 to $10 a quart. So we're going to clean it first, and then I'll show you how to seal it. So here's a couple of products I like to use to clean transmissions or aluminum blocks. The first one here is the Great Value Heavy Duty Oven Grill Cleaner. Now this stuff is nothing to mess around with. It will eat aluminum if you leave it on too long. It's a very strong acid. So you want to spray it and don't leave it on there any longer than maybe 5 minutes. And this right here is just regular engine degreaser. You can get it at Walmart. It's a Super Tech. It's about $2.18 a can. Works pretty well. You're going to need some gloves. This is just a backup right here. The Purple Power Citrus Cleaner. Just Auto Shop degreaser. I think it's like maybe $4, under $4. And then these are just some 3M scouring pads, heavy duty stripping pads right here. You can get them at Walmart. I think they're like $2.50-ish, something like that. Also get some Walmart bags, public plastic bags, whatever, grocery bags, and a set of paper towels, because we're going to have to plug the holes to the transmission. You don't want this stuff getting in there. Okay, so first step, we're just going to take a plastic bag and maybe pull a piece of it off. Just kind of rip it, whatever. And we're going to stuff it in there all the way. I mean, you'll be able to get it out. And then take a paper towel and put it in front of it. This just makes it so that the paper towel absorbs it, and then the plastic bag's behind it, just in case, for a backup. And we're going to do that with this hole, and then on the other side of the transmission also. So here's the other side of the transmission, same deal. Just going to rip a bag. Just rip a piece off there. Just going to shove that in there. Take a paper towel, and same thing. Make sure you get in there good. You can always get pliers and pull the plastic bag out later. And that's it. On most transmission, they take the speed sensor out. They just take these bolts, and there's a hole, so go ahead and do the same thing here. I don't got to worry about it because mine's already sealed up, but I might just put a little bit of plastic in here and paper towel so nothing gets inside the terminals. Also, on some transmissions, the breather, they're missing the rubber piece. Go ahead and pack that hole too. But this one already has a rubber piece, so I don't have to worry about it. In the bell housing right here, we're going to just spray some of this engine degreaser. This is the bell housing, this outer part right here. Just shake it up and spray it on in there. Turns into a nice foam. So here we are on the back side of the transmission, and we're just going to spray it the same way. Spray everything. Now this stuff you can let it sit on as long as you want. Go ahead and take one of your 3M brushes and just scrub a lot of the areas to help work the degreaser in a little better. Because it's not going to break down everything. But you just want to work it. I'm probably going to do like a 2-3 stage clean on this, because this one's got pretty heavy grease on it. But after this, if this doesn't quite get it all, I'm going to use the Purple Power Citrus Cleaner. And if that doesn't get it, then I'm going to resort to the oven cleaner last. Alright, so gotta be honest, I'm pretty disappointed with the engine degreaser. It wasn't that great. This was a lot of scrubbing involved. On the bell housing side, it didn't really change it at all. So here's the bell housing side, and it's pretty dirty still, so it's gonna need some extra cleaning solution. I'm gonna go ahead and try this citrus cleaner stuff. We'll see how this works. Maybe it'll break down the grease a little better, but who knows? We'll see. Now, one of the better methods of cleaning grease off, and it works very fast, is just brake cleaner. You can get it at Walmart, but it's expensive. It's like $4 or $5 a can, and it doesn't last very long. As soon as you spray it, within like 20 seconds, the can's empty, because it's it really does pretty much disintegrate as soon as it comes out of the can. It evaporates really fast. Alright, so here's the oven spray. It looks just like the engine degreaser spray when it hits it, but it's like an acid. Okay, so I pretty much let that sit on there for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I know I said 5, but it didn't seem like it was actually damaging the aluminum. With this stuff though, seriously guys, you must wear gloves. It will eat your fingernails completely off, and your skin will peel off like pieces of rubber. I kid you not. I've had it happen to me, and I got it before it went all the way down to the bone, but this stuff's pretty dangerous. So just go ahead and spray it off. Also, I'd wear gloves when you're using it, or not just gloves, but glasses, because if it gets in your eyes, it's pretty nasty acid. So as you can see, you kind of lose that polished finish with this stuff because it's actually eating a little bit of the aluminum off. But it really does get all the grease off. Now, if you want to keep that nice aluminum polish shine, then I wouldn't use this stuff. Now that we've cleaned the transmission thoroughly, we're just going to flip it over on the bell housing. And you just want to roll it forward and just set it just like that. We're going to be taking all the 10mm bolts off around this casing, but before we do, we got to pull the pin out, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Now, we're going to want to take this one out right here. There's 2 of them, but you want to take this bigger one out. And all it requires is a 1/2 inch wrench. You just set the wrench in there all the way and turn it. Now, it's probably a little tight, and I'd have to muscle a lot more. You can use a breaker bar, but I'm just going to take the easy way out and just use an impact gun. And I'm just going to zip it off like that, pull it out. And now let me zoom in a little better for you so you can really see what I'm talking about here. Alright, so here's a snap ring right here, as you can see. And all you do is separate that ring, and then we'll take the 12mm bolts. I know I've been saying 10, but they're actually 12mm. And all you do is just stick either a pair of needle nose pliers or snap ring, and you just want to separate it until it's out of the groove, just like that. See how it's really wide right here? Now that's separated, and all we're gonna do is take these 12mm bolts off all the way around, and the brackets, and this casing should come off. Okay, we've taken all the 12mm bolts off, and now it's time to pull the casing up. Now, it's probably not going to come up just easy. You're probably going to have to pry it up, but we'll go ahead and get that up. There's a couple spots on here where you can pry. If you look where the tabs are, let me see, there's one here where the piece sticks out, tab, and then there's another one right over here. but you don't want to put your screwdriver down in where it's sealing, where the part mates together, because that'll damage it and you'll have leaks. Now here's one of those spots I was talking about where you could pry. It's right where this bracket is. Just take the bracket off, and right under here you can kind of wedge it between this piece and that piece, and just use a big flathead screwdriver or one of these bars, and you're just gonna wedge it in there and kind of lift a little bit, and there it goes. It just separated. See, we got it to crack the seal, and that's pretty much it. Now kind of flatten this out just a little bit, but it's an oldie. So at the front of this transmission right here, where the linkage hooks up, we're gonna hit it right over here, and we're gonna hit up until the seal cracks. And there we go, seal just cracked, and we're good. Now we got a good separation, and we should be able to pull it up now. Before you pull this tranny apart, you need to take these two 12mm bolts out, and when you pull these bolts out, it's going to have a washer. Make sure you grab the washer, but inside there's going to be little balls just like this. You must get these out. You're going to tilt the transmission and let them fall out into your hand, and take these and put them up. Don't pull them out, because if you pull up, it'll bend the springs and everything. You'll have all bent springs, and these just hold the bell bearings in and push them into the shafts that shift. So those two, and then we got one more on the other side I'll show you guys. You're going to take this one out. It's a 14mm. It locks into one of the pins, and just take that out, and now the whole tranny should be able to separate. Now we're ready to separate this thing, so you're just going to pull up, kind of wiggle it a little bit, and that's it. Just set it down upside down. Now one of the first steps we're going to do is we want to check the magnet right here, and pull it out. It's probably got all kinds of metal on there. Just be careful. Here's the magnet. Kind of flew a little bit, and it's got all kinds of metal. We're going to clean that out really good, because we don't want that in there. Also, just look around and make sure you don't have any kind of metal shavings or anything, any kind of bearings. If you did happen to lose those, ball bearings are usually right around this area on one of these forks, so make sure you don't do that. Now for the cleaning part, we're going to use a squeegee. You can use a credit card or some kind of plastic. Don't use any metal. And we're just going to scrape everything away. All this around the edge and everything. Get it all off. Try not to let it fall into the transmission. Now that we've finished that part of the transmission, we're going to start on the other side and just start scraping all this rubber gasket off too. Now our magnet's all cleaned up, I went ahead and used some Germex. This stuff melts grease, oil like it's butter. You can also use rubbing alcohol or some kind of degreaser, but I prefer that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put it in. The magnet's always at the top of the casing. And you're just going to put it down in there. Now that that's done, we're just going to take some of this Germex, put it on a paper towel, and we're going to clean up these edges really good. But like I said, be careful. These are as sharp as a razor blade. They'll cut you good. We're just getting all the oil off so that the RTV will have a better stick. I don't want it slipping off when I put it back on there. Alright, now we're going to take our high temp RTV. You can get it at Advance Auto, Discount Auto, Walmart, Home Depot. And we're just going to run it around here. Get some on your finger. just start tapping it in, rubbing it. Try to keep it off of the inside of the transmission. So you push down your tranny and it only goes this far, it's got a gap. Well, now you have to take the linkage and kind of pull out, move it in a second, and it should immediately drop down. There we go. Now we're on the snap ring. Now we have to open the snap ring, and the transmission should go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, the quick little tip on getting this little ring on is put 2 bolts on either side where the ring's at, across, and tighten them down, and spread the ring just a little bit, and it should stick, and then keep tightening it if it stays open, and it should go all the way down by itself. And when the ring's open and it doesn't seem like it quite went in there well, you're just going to take your screwdriver and put it under the bearing and lift the bearing up. Now I'll show you that over here. So you're going to put the screwdriver under the bearing and pull up on the bearing so that these rings right here slip on once they're open. And that's how I got mine on. It was being a little pain. I mean, I sat there for about 10 minutes trying to get the ring on. But if that's what you come across, do it that way. Next step, take those BBs that you had and just set them in there. Just like that. Take your springs. Doesn't matter which one goes where. They're both the same size. Push them all the way in. Start threading them. Just like that. You can hand tighten them later, but just remember that's after you get it completely flush, which mine's flush right now. Also, another tip, right where this ring was right here, you're going to want to put some silicone around it. Want everything sealed up. But this tranny, as far as I know, didn't leak. But I bought it off somebody, so I don't like to take chances. I do know that it doesn't grind. If it did grind, I'll be doing a rebuild. I have another tranny in the future. I'll be doing a rebuild on it. Make a video of that also. But not anytime soon because I got to swap this tranny out. So you put that in there. Just kind of back it out until you line the threading up. You don't want to cross thread anything. And I'm just going to hand tighten it. Now you're just going to tighten these ones up. Hand tighten them. These you don't have to put, don't go crazy tight. These you don't have to put any kind of silicone grease on them because they already have aluminum washers. Not crazy tight, it's just aluminum. So after that, these 12mm bolts get torqued down to 20 foot-pounds. For this last 14mm reverse idler shaft bolt, the required torque is 33 foot-pounds. So it's going to be a little bit of torquing, but just hand tighten it in there, get it snug, and we'll set our wrench. Might have to have an extension on it. Yeah. That's it. And that's it. That's how you clean and seal your transmission. Well guys, hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on how to clean and rebuild a B-Series transmission. If you guys like my videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.